where we are.
Okay, this morning, oh my Lord, we are so happy and we are so thankful for the opportunity to wake up one day more. We offer you all our activities from this day, and we're gonna try to have positive thinkings in our mind. San John Baptist of La Salle, I will continue. Leave Jesus in our hearts forever. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Great. Guys, I would like to listen somebody talking about this morning commitment or the reflection. ¿Alguien tuvo oportunidad de ver reflexión o anotó por ahí el compromiso de este día?
Yo, Miss.
Alejandro, ¿o quién dijo yo? Ah, ok, Patricio.
Sí.
Adelante, Patricio.
Se trata. Ay, mi corazón se me olvidó. Ah, sí, de unos señores que andaban en una conferencia y dijeron, o sea, vamos a poner, va a poner el jefe del vaso lleno, pero no, en realidad lo que puso es que si yo lo pongo por una hora, el brazo se me va a cansar. Por ejemplo, si yo lo pongo por un día, pues se me va a dormir o algo así.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces, era un psicólogo, ¿verdad, Pato? Y dice este psicólogo, es que no importa el peso de este vaso, a lo mejor pesa nada más 200 gramos y es muy poquito, piensan ustedes, ¿verdad? Aquí el problema es el tiempo que yo lo estoy sosteniendo, ¿verdad? Entre más pasa el tiempo, más pesado se vuelve, ¿verdad? Muy bien, entonces hacíamos la comparación de ese vaso que al paso del tiempo iba pesando cada vez más hasta que ya no podía sostenerlo, ¿sí? Comparábamos ese vaso con nuestros malos pensamientos, ¿verdad? A lo mejor tú un día te levantas y dices, ay, no, me levanté bien temprano, no, yo no quiero, este día va a ser el peor de mi vida porque me empezaste con un pensamiento negativo. Pero dices, no pasa nada. Ay, bueno, ¿qué tiene? Y luego pasa el día y resulta que el desayuno no te gustó porque no le pusieron tu ingrediente favorito. Ahí está otro pensamiento negativo. Ay, ¿qué tiene? Que al cabo es nada más uno, es una cosa muy X. Oye, y luego resulta que la maestra te pregunta a ti en la clase y tú no te sabes nada. No, todos los pensamientos negativos se van. ¿Se van qué? ¿Se esfuman? No, ¿dónde se quedan? ¿Dónde se quedan los malos pensamientos? Aquí y aquí, ¿verdad? ¿Sí? Entonces, ¿sí, Diego, decías algo? Ah, ok. Entonces, esos pensamientos se van acumulando en nosotros, ¿sí? Y en nuestra mente. Y de un día que podía ser un día bonito, común, normal, pues lo hacemos un día pues malo, ¿verdad? Entonces, esos pensamientos tenemos que cambiarlos y tenemos que irlos desechando, porque si no, todos juntos nos van a hacer un daño. Entonces, ¿cuál es el compromiso de hoy, chicos? ¿Cuál es el compromiso de hoy? ¿Qué vamos a hacer con esos malos pensamientos y preocupaciones? Perdóname, Diego, dime.
No tener pensamientos negativos.
Muy bien. Y dejar mis preocupaciones también de lado, ¿verdad? En este momento nada más estamos ustedes y yo y estamos trabajando en un tema. Entonces, todo lo que pasó, déjenlo afuera y vamos a empezar a trabajar, ¿ok? Gracias por despertar tan temprano. Estoy muy contenta por eso. No cualquiera lo hace y ustedes ya están aquí listos, ¿ok? Well, let's start. We're going to talk about grammar in this moment. Okay, so when we compare, we are going to compare people and we are going to compare objects. Okay, so we are going to compare we are going to compare the adverbs or the descriptions, okay, or the adjectives. Well, for example, if I got 2 notebooks, okay, we are going to compare the notebooks. We are going to compare one characteristic or one description or one adjective of these notebooks. Okay, let's compare the size, how big or how small they are. Let's compare. Okay, so when we compare two objects, we can say this book is bigger than this book. I'm sorry, notebook. This notebook is bigger than this. Okay, and we are comparing two objects. But when we compare three objects, okay, I don't got another notebook right now, but if we compare three objects, okay, we have to use another kind of adverbs that are called superlatives. Okay, when we compare two, we use comparative adverbs. But when we compare three, and we want to know who got the most high grade, we are going to use superlative adverbs. So what we're going to do today is using our eyes and compare objects. That's what we are going to do today. Okay? So for today, I'm going to need some adjectives. Do you remember any adjective? Remember that an adjective it's a description for an object. So do you remember any adjective that you have learned in our class or that you have listened in any part in your book maybe? Do you remember any adjective? Like big, small? Tell me more adjectives, guys. I need volunteers. Tell me more adjectives.
¿Qué puedo ser? Miss,
Yes?
yo puedo decir uno. Soy Emma.
Yes, Emma. Okay, tell me more adjectives. Descriptions.
Tall.
Tall.
Long.
Okay, very good.
Run.
Long. I'm sorry?
Run.
Round. Excellent. Very good. Those are adjectives. Okay, what else?
Patricia Reyes.
Patricia Reyes. What is tell me an example of adjectives.
Short, tall, big, small.
Very good. Small. Okay. So those are adjectives because describes a noun or describes an object. Okay. So what we are going to learn today are adverbs. And you say, what is an adverb? An adverb is a description for an action. Adverb, it's a description for an action, not for a noun, not for an object. not for a person. It's a description for an action. Today we are going to learn that. So keep in mind the word adverb. The adverb is very similar to the adjective, but it doesn't describe nouns or people or objects. The adverb describes the action, the verb. Okay, so let me show you my PowerPoint slide so that you can see the examples. Okay, can you see my slide? There is a kid jumping. Looks very happy, right? Okay, look, this is what I told you, adverb. Today we are going to use adverbs to compare or to describe actions. Use comparative and superlative adverbs to compare the same action. Today we're not going to compare objects, but we are going to compare actions, okay? So we are going to need adverbs, comparative and superlative. Look at this boy. It says, Jim jump high. What is a verb? Because first we have to identify the verbs. What is the verb in this sentence? Jim jump high. What is the verb?
Please, yo sé.
Jump. Yo también. Yo ya sé.
Jump. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Diego. Jump is the verb. So we have to describe or we have to use an adverb to describe how high or low does Jim jump. In this case, Jim jump high. Okay, high is the adverb. That's why it is in color blue, because this is the adverb. Okay, let's read the second sentence. Can Elena, could you help me reading the second sentence, please, about Pete?
Pete jump higher than Jim.
Okay, so in this case, we are starting to compare. We are comparing Jim and Pete. We are comparing their actions. What is the verb? What is the verb, Elena, in this sentence?
Jump.
What is the verb?
Jump.
Jump. Very good. Okay, so here we are comparing how do Pete and Jim jump, and it says Jim jump high, but Pete jump higher than Jim. Okay, so this is the first place, and he has the second place. If it were a race, right? Okay. Elena, you also help me to read the sentence number 3.
Lawrence jump the highest.
The highest. Very good. What is the adverb, Elena, in this sentence? What is the adverb?
Highest.
We know that jump is a verb, but what is the adverb? What? Highest. Very good. Thank you, Elena. Highest is the adverb because it describes the verb jump. Okay? So if this was a race or how can I say, or maybe a competition. I don't know if it's correct. If we must get one winner, who will be the winner, guys? Who jumps the highest?
Logan.
Logan, exactly. He's the winner because Jim jumped, but not too high. Pete, so. And what about Logan? Logan jumped the highest. I mean, he has the first place, is the winner. Okay? Well, let's continue. We got more adverbs, as you can see in this list, in this column. Can somebody help me reading the adverbs, please? What about Maria Angel? Maria Angel Daniela, are you there? Maria Angel? Read the adverb. Read the adverbs list, please, Maria Angel.
High, late, low, slow, hot,
But
early.
slow,
Le
sweetie.
puse pausa.
Slow.
Se quedó
Let's
parado.
start again, Maria Angel.
Le puse pausa porque no quería que se
Let's
me fuera.
start again.
Fast,
1,
high,
2, 3.
¿Cómo?
high,
No,
hot,
no, no
early,
todos.
playful, slowly, quietly,
Oye, pero vete a sentar.
quietly,
Sí, ya voy.
slowly.
Carefully.
¿Pusiste con el otro rosa? ¿Cómo?
I'm sorry, Elenita, could you mute your microphone, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Maria Angel. It's because we couldn't hear you, Maria Angel. Could you continue? Could you continue word early? What's after early?
Early, quietly,
Carefully.
slowly, quietly,
Quickly.
quickly, fully.
Quietly. And skillfully. Okay, Maria Angel, thank you. Maria Angel, you too. You also. Tell me, please, what is the difference between the first 2, 4, 6, the first 6 words and the words who has the letter L and Y at the end? What is different? Can you see that we have 2 kind of words in this list? What is different between fast, high, late, loud, slow, hot, and early, and the rest of the words? What is different?
Que los primeros 6 terminan con AT y los otros L y Y.
Okay, the ending. You say the ending. The second group finished with letter L and Y. Okay. Okay, very good. So we are going to check what's different, guys. We have some adverbs with just 1 or 2 syllables, and also as Maria Angel said, we have another group that has more than two syllables, or they ending ly. Okay, so that's why they are different. And as they are different, we have to use different comparative and superlative adverbs. Here we have some rules. Okay, it says for adverbs, let me read them aloud. For adverbs that end in ly, like carefully, slowly, quickly, quietly. Add more before the comparative adverb. And then after it. As you can see, we have those words in red. It says for the adverbs that end in ly. And for adverbs that end in l, add the must before the superlative adverb. Okay? I think here we have a little mistake, but where? Here we have the comparative list. Comparative adverbs, you have to add the letter ER. And for superlative, you have to add the ending EST. The pronunciation, it will be faster than and the fastest. Remember that superlative means the number one, the first place, the winner, the most, okay? Always the superlative adverb. It will be the winner. Then we have high. The comparative adverb will be higher than, and the superlative, the highest. The highest. Late. Comparative adverb will be later than if we compare two objects. But if we compare three actions, if we compare three actions, the superlative will be the latest. Louder than, and the loudest. Slower than, the slowest. Hotter than, the hottest. Earlier than, the earliest. Okay, and remember that with the adverbs end in ly, as Maria Angel said, we have to add the word more. We don't have the ending er. We have to add the word more, like more carefully than, if we compare two actions, or if we compare three actions, we said the most careful. The most. Okay? Well, let me continue. Questions. We have some questions here. We are comparing three actions in this case. Who sang louder? Louder means too noise, okay, like a big noise. Who sang louder, Brian or Walter? Walter sang louder than Brian. Okay, because we compared just two. But who sang the loudest? Now we have three. We have to use the superlative. Who sang the loudest? Brian, Walter, or Pete? Pete sang the loudest. Okay. Can somebody help me with the second question about Mary and Melissa? Let me choose a volunteer. Patricio Delgado, are you there? Patricio Delgado?
Sí.
Thank you. Help me with the question, please. The third question. Patricio, who walked
more slowly, Mary or Melissa?
Okay. Who walked more slowly? It's about time. Slow. Who walked more slowly, Mary or Melissa? And the answer is, Patricio? Read the answer, sweetie.
Mary.
The answer is over there. You just have to read it aloud. Melissa walked
more slowly than Mary.
Than Mary. And what is the adverb? What is the adverb, Patricio, in this answer?
Slowly.
Okay, but all the word more slowly, right? Slowly, more slowly. Thank you, Patricio. Now, let's listen to Denise Montserrat. Denise, are you there? Denise, Ledesma.
Aquí estoy, maestra.
Thank you, Denise. Help me reading the question number 4, please. The last question. Who walked
The most slowly, Mary, Melissa, or Honey, Kane,
or Jane?
or Jane, walked
Okay.
most slowly.
Okay. What is the verb? What is the verb, Denise? What is the action? What is the verb in this sentence? Jane walked the most slowly. What is the verb?
The most slowing.
The most slowly is the adverb. Okay, but what is the verb?
The most slowly expert.
The most slowly, as I told you, is the adverb because it describes an action. But what is the action in this sentence? Jane or walked? What is the action here? Jane or walked? Walked, exactly. So every time that we use an adverb, it must be after the verb, next to the verb. The verb is first, then is the adverb, okay? Thank you, Denise, good job. Well, guys, it was very important we review these rules because we are going to answer our Oxford Discovery student book, okay? Especially page 141, exercise F, okay? So I need you to open your book in page 141 because we are going to complete those sentences. Circle the correct words in this case. Ready? I'm going to give you 1 minute to open your book, take your pencil, and get ready to start. Tell me when you are ready. Let me know when you are ready.
Maestra, estoy viviendo en mi casa.
Ready.
Oh yeah, it's raining. I love the rain.
No,
It's raining right here.
a mí me está cayendo en mi cara el agua. Me está dejando mi celular.
No, of course not. Are you outside your house?
No, ya cerré la ventana. Está cayendo.
Close the window, maybe. That's the problem. You are near a window, maybe. Yeah, thanks God, it's raining.
Miss,
Let me know when you are ready with your book.
en mi casa también está lloviendo.
Ah, that's great. But in English, Emma, what's happening? Speak in English, guys, please. What's going on at home?
Rain.
Okay, if you want have to speak in English. That's the rule. Well, are you ready with your book? Have your book ready? Emma?
Yes, Miss.
Where's your pen? Okay, where's your pencil? Great. Let's start. Okay, it says circle the correct words. In this case, we are going to circle the correct comparative adverb or superlative adverb, right? Okay, so let's read the box in color pink. Use comparative and superlative adverbs to compare the same action. Remember that the adverbs describes the action. That's a question for the exam. What is an adverb? The adverb describes the action. Okay, and remember, an adverb describes an action. Okay, we have two examples: fast and carefully. If we use the word fast, we have to use the comparative adverb than. Faster, we have to add two letters at the end of the word, er. Faster than. And if we use a superlative, we just have to add the letter est, the fastest. Okay. When we adverbs that end in letters ly, we have to transform the adverb. We just have to add the words more and then. More, the word more is after carefully, and the word than is before. I'm sorry, is after. Okay, more carefully than. And if we use it as adjective, we are going to add the word most before the adverb, before the adverb carefully, the most carefully. Okay, can somebody help me with number 1? What about, I would like to listen to Oscar Emilio. Oscar, are you there? Oscarito? Oscar? Earth calling Oscar. Are you there? Okay. Luis Ricardo? Luis Ricardo, can you help me? Oscar, okay. Oscar is there. Thank you, Oscar. Oscar is going to help me right now. Then, for Oscar first, then Luis Ricardo, okay? Oscar Emilio, in your book, in your student book, Oscar, exercise F, it says circle the correct word, right? Read the sentence number 1, please, Oscar. He ran.
Faster
Oscar?
in the race.
In the race. Okay. We have two options. Faster. Okay, Oscar, we have two options. Faster than or the fastest. Are they comparing two actions in this sentence? Or there is just one? Yes, tell me. You say the answer, the correct answer is the fastest.
Yes.
Okay, so you are right. Your answer was correct, Oscar. Because in this case, we are not comparing the action ran with another action. There is just one. the winner, the most, right? So in this case, we superlative, the fastest. Thank you, Oscar. He ran the fastest in the race. Thank you. Number 2, good job. Number 2, Miranda Vega, are you there? Miranda Vega? Mirandita?
Mande, Miss.
Okay, are you reading the book? The sentence number 2.
Okay.
Can you help me? Read it aloud, please.
I jumped higher, the highest than Rick.
Okay, the pronunciation is jumped. Jumped. Okay, try again. I jumped.
I
Try
jumped.
again, please.
I jumped higher, the highest than Rick.
Okay, higher or the highest? In this case, are we comparing the action of two subjects? Yes, right? We are comparing the action of the subject I and the subject Rick. So what is the correct adverb in this case? When we compare two actions, what is the correct adverb? Comparative or superlative? Guys?
Miss,
Yes?
yo puedo
Emma?
decir yo puedo decir la tercera.
Yes, Emma, you may. But I need the
Okay.
answer for this sentence. Diego Lugo. Diego Gadiel. Diego Gadiel. Are you there?
Yeah.
Thank you, Diego. Okay, when we compare the action of two subjects, what is the correct adverb? The comparative or the superlative?
Superlative.
Higher or the highest? I'm sorry?
The superlative.
Okay, the superlative is, remember that is the winner. You don't have to compare no one else because it's a winner, it's the best ever. Okay. So if we compare two actions or the actions of two subjects, we have to use comparative. Okay, so what is a comparative adverb in the sentence number 2? What is a comparative adverb? Higher or the highest? Dieguito?
Higher.
Higher, did you say? Did you say higher?
Yes.
Okay, good job, Diego. I jumped higher than Rick. And we can see that we are comparing because of the word than. This is a clue. It's an extra help. If you see the word than, it's because you are comparing two actions. And you have to use a comparative adverb. Okay? Number 3. Thank you, Diego. Good job. What about Valentina? Valentina Moreno, are you there, sweetie? Valentina Moreno? Okay, Valentina, read the sentence number 3, please.
Our class woke up quickly or more quickly than their class.
Very good. You just need to say the word quietly to check the pronunciation. You have to say quietly. Repeat after me. Quietly.
Quietly.
More quietly.
Quietly.
Okay, very good. So what do you think is the answer? Our class walked than their class. Do we have to use comparative or superlative? Look at this clue. We have the word than.
Quietly.
That means that we are comparing.
Quietly.
Quietly. Very good, Valentina. Good job. Quietly. Okay? So, what did you learn today, guys? What is an adverb? Or what does an adverb do? Somebody, answer. Answer. Turn on your microphone and say what an adverb is or what an adverb do. It's in your book. It's in the box color pink, the answer. What an adverb is.
Fastest.
Diego Alejandro, yeah?
Fastest.
Okay, fastest is an adverb. It's an adverb. Good. But what does an adverb do? Does an adverb describe a noun or an object?
Adjective.
What does an adverb do?
Describe an action.
Very good, Maria Angel. Good job. An adverb describes an action, right? And when we compare actions, we use comparative adverbs or superlative adverbs. Okay? Good job, guys. You did it so good. Continue working with superlatives and comparatives. Okay? I'll see you in some hours. Okay? I'll see you in some minutes. Okay? Have a good day. See you later. The class is over.